Hola, mi nombre es Linda Rodríguez y esta es mi presentación oral de español. ¿Quién es? Am, el nombre de mi entrenador es Berlita Rodríguez. Es joven. Am, Su edad es de 28 años. Nació y creció en Guatemala. Perlita es estudiante de la Universidad de San Carlos, de Guatemala. Ella es muy inteligente, apasionada, amable y muy bonita. Un dato interesante sobre Guatemala es que significa tierras de árboles y tiene muchos volcanos activos. ¿Quién es su familia? Mi entrenador tiene una gran familia. Tiene 2 hermanos, una hermana y 5 sobrinos. Algunas definiciones que aprende sobre la estructura familiar es que la familia en Guatemala vive en una casa y el estudiantes social de la esposa depende del matrimonio. Me gustaría visitar el país de mi de mi entrenador porque ella es muy apasionada de Guatemala. También hay volcanos que me parecen interesantes y es rico en cultura. ¿Cómo mantener la buena salud que comiste ayer como de ciudad? Los deportes que son populares en Guatemala es futsal y papi fútbol y a mucha gente le gusta ver basquetbol. Para mantenerme saludable, mi entrenador duerme 8 horas, bebe mucha agua, hace zumba en casa y correr. Algunas comidas típicas en Guatemala son pepayen, tostadas, arroz con leche y enchiladas. Bertía recientemente tuvo fiebre y dolor de cabeza, pero ella está mucho mejor ahora. ¿En qué estás trabajando? Um, la visten, la vestimenta tradicional en mi entrenador country es rojo corte con rayas amarillo sostenida por un cinturón tejido. La ropa moderna en Guatemala es como la americana. So jeans, camisa y Nikes. Mi entrenador y yo nos vestimos igual. La igualdad de género es mala en Guatemala. Más hombres trabajan y ganan más dinero que las mujeres. Pero que en los Estados Unidos. Reflection. So my experience with Lingua Meeting, I'm not gonna lie, was very challenging. Only because I had to balance, class with work, and since I work overnight, I had to also incorporate my sleep schedule, and so that was a little difficult for me. But in the end, it was okay because the sessions were only 30 minutes, so it wasn't like it took up a lot of my sleeping time. But that was really the only reason why it was challenging. But other than that, I found it to be very effective, fun. You get to see new faces, I guess, talk to new people. You get to see what other people's cultures are like. So I found that very interesting and very fun, and Lingua Meeting, I feel like, did improve my Spanish a lot. The only thing I would recommend would be to stick with either one or two instructors, only because, when you're doing this presentation, it could be hard to differentiate, like what information goes with what coach, and it could be a little harder to stay on that coach. But at the same time, it is fun to get to know how other people are like, how other people live. So overall, my experience with Lingua Meeting is very great. And another thing that I have to add is that the coaches, or at least my coaches, they were very patient, to say the least, very patient. And even if you were to struggle or stutter, my coaches would help me, by giving an example of an answer to what their question was. And that would help me understand, okay, this is what I have to answer. And also, they weren't judgmental at all, which made me feel more relaxed and more comfortable when answering those questions. It didn't make me feel pressured to automatically have an answer, which most of the times I didn't. And the classmates, I was a little intimidated and scared, especially in my first Lingua Meeting, just because I didn't know, oh, what if I have someone who speaks fluently? It's gonna make me look dumb. But no, the classmates, same as the coaches, they weren't judgmental at all. In fact, they're in the same boat as I am, so whatever I was feeling, whatever I was going through, I'm sure they were going through the same thing as well. But yeah, es todo. Adiós.